This is One on One. We are honored to welcome Eileen Rockefeller, who is the author of a book called Being a Rockefeller, Becoming Myself. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure.
Let's put things in perspective. You grew up a Rockefeller. You are a Rockefeller.
I am.
The daughter of?
David Rockefeller, the CEO and former CEO and chairman of Chase Manhattan Bank.
6 kids.
And also of Peggy Rockefeller, who's
Yes.
no longer living, but a very important force in my life.
There were 6 kids. You were the youngest.
Yes.
22 cousins.
Yes.
But what's fascinating in the book is you say that at times you felt somewhat alone.
Well, I was the youngest by 3 years, and of 5 older siblings, and the 4 in the middle were kind of a tribe unto themselves. And so it was hard to fit in, to feel like I belonged. But I think, as is true for so many of us, whatever the struggles we have as children, we can turn them into the strengths in the work that we do in the world. So for me, the feeling of isolation and loneliness became the great driver for me to be a connector and a catalyst of other people coming together. So that has really been a driving force in my own life, and has caused me to meet many interesting people. Such as Norman Cousins.
We're just talking about.
Yes.
Tell folks who may not know.
Well, Norman Cousins was the editor of Saturday Review for 35 years and was best known, interestingly, for his book called Anatomy of an Illness, as viewed by the patient, which received a lot of criticism in the 1980s from the medical establishment. But I thought it was really important that his interest in the effect of laughter and vitamin C on the healing process be researched further. And to start an institute around one person is too narrow. So what I did was to find the leaders of the field that was in the making but not yet made. And actually, the Institute for the Advancement of Health, which I founded in 1983, was one of the pioneering organizations to help form the field of mind-body health.
And the message in this book, I mean, some people might say, wow, well, you grew up so privileged, a Rockefeller. Money was no problem. You grow up here, and we are in the shadow of Rockefeller Center.
Yes.
This is, Rockefeller dim, if you will. Come on. And you say, money's not everything.
Well, it's easy to say money's not everything. Of course we need money to put a roof over our heads and feed ourselves and our children. But the real richness in life comes not from money and the abundance of money. It's the abundance of love. It's the connection that we have to ourselves and each other that really makes the difference. And I guess another message I would say for this book is that it really doesn't matter which family we come from. We all have the universal quest of becoming ourselves. And until we do know something of who we are, we can't live fully into our potential to find meaning in service of our lives.
At your first book signing, one of your first book signings.
Yes.
Your father.
He was there.
How old?
The very first. He was then 98. He's now 99.
He was there. We're looking at a picture right there.
Oh, that's so nice. That was when he was 95. He still drives a pair of horses. I went out with him just the other day.
What was it like for you when he was there at your first book signing?
Oh, it was very touching. He was often away on business trips when I was growing up, so he missed most of the school plays or graduations. But to have him here at what is the graduation into myself is probably the greatest time he could be with me.
The things that matter most to you right now in terms of becoming yourself and making the contributions that you are making right now, some of those things that matter most to you are?
Family first. I'm very close to my family of origin, as well as, of course, the children that I've raised with my husband. And secondly, the family of life. Oh, those are people you know? Those are people I know, yes. And
your family.
My family.
Family first. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Family first. Well, it's a little emotional. I lost my next of kin brother in June. He's not in that picture. But it's just a reminder of how important family is. And then, you know, in addition, it's the family of life. I care so deeply that we all take our responsibility for preserving this earth for the generations that deserve to come after us. So my husband's work and mine together philanthropically is helping to stem climate change through reducing coal and CO2 in the atmosphere. And we've actually given the catalytic grant in this country to Sierra Club that helped remove from ever being built 183 out of 200 proposed coal plants since 2007.
It's important work.
It is.
It's helped you become more of yourself.
Yes, I'm using my passions in the work that I do in the world. And my passions have always been broadly about connections, more specifically about family, the family that I wanted to belong to, that I now know I do belong to, and the family that I gave birth to. And we're a very close family. We work together on our family fund as well.
Nature means a great deal to you.
Nature is where it's at. I think the universal binding force in my extended family has been beauty, and whether it's beauty of man-made, human-made objects, but beauty in nature is special because there are no judges in nature. And so when you take a walk in the woods, you don't really hear the leaves whispering, you should be working harder, do you?
No. No.
Yeah.
Cabin in Maine.
Oh, yes, we built that when I was in my early teens, and we still have it on a family island.
To date, you've lived a fascinating life, and you have much more to do and to be, right?
I sure hope so.
You mind if I plug?
Oh, no, I'd be delighted.
By the way, your publisher is?
It's Blue Rider of Penguin Random House now.
The name of the book is Being a Rockefeller, Becoming Myself, a memoir. Eileen Rockefeller. You honor us by joining us at Public Broadcasting in our Tisch WNET studio here in the heart of Lincoln Center. We wish you nothing but the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
You've inspired a lot of people by sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Great.
Thank you so much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Hackensack University Health Network, County College of Morris, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, MD Advantage, activists in cooperation with the American Medicine Chest Challenge, TD Bank, and by PSE&G. Promotional support provided by Commerce Magazine and by New Jersey Monthly, the magazine of the Garden State, available at newsstands. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.